So as we go into Heat 3 of the cadets, kart number 66, driven by 9-year-old Jay Howard, leads that championship at the moment. Jay is just 9 years old, goes to school at Basildon in Essex, and has only been in karting for 1 year, would you believe? But already is a clear leader of this championship. And although he's in the 10th row for the start of this heat, well, he's obviously shown already that he's got what it takes to win points and indeed possibly win this championship. One never knows. They're taking up formation now as they come round towards the start. It looks as if they're going to go cleanly first time. And they are indeed going to go, so away we go with this third round in the cadets. And as they stream down past our commentary position into Billy's blind, it's kart number 8, Anthony Davidson in the lead, ahead of 21, Lee Hammond. It's Anthony Davidson just in front of Lee Hammond round that first bend, through the S's now and up towards the finish line for the first time. 900 yards of this tight, twisting circuit still to go. Anthony Davidson from Hemel Hempstead, he's only been racing a short time himself, started less than 2 years ago. There he is, showing a clean pair of wheels at the moment to Lee Hammond. Those two, of course, were front row on the grid, so at the moment things are going very much according to plan for those two. But obviously behind them things are changing all the time. Round that pit bend for the first time, and down across the start line once again. This is the quickest part of the circuit, where although these little cars have only got 60cc engines, they're still licking along. Anthony Davidson holds that line through. Still got the lead. Shutting the door off. Across from Lee Hammond, who's still pushing him. Kart number 5, Charles Butler Henderson, who's shown well in earlier heats, is up there with them, challenging now for second place as they come back round through the loop after the hairpin. Anthony Davidson still got the lead, but behind him things are happening, and the 4 who are just behind him are obviously waiting for him to make any sort of mistake, because they'll be through. Good race that for second place. Round into that pit bend, still it's Anthony Davidson leading, and they come down past the pits, across the start line, and into Billy's blind. And Charles Butler Henderson, driving a great race, is up into second place now. So Anthony Davidson just ahead of Charles Butler Henderson, who's pushing for the lead, nearly takes it, but no, back in second place, and Justin Wilson up into third. Justin Wilson from Rotherham in Yorkshire, only been racing 15 months, so you can see this category, they start at 8 years of age up to 11, and somebody's had an excursion on the grass. Charles Butler Henderson, the young lad who's had a little ride out into the country, but he's back on the circuit now, and the race still goes on. Anthony Davidson still just ahead, just got that narrow advantage, and Justin Wilson looking for a way past as they come down that fastest stretch of the circuit. He's taken the outside line, and I think he might just have enough, but no, Anthony Davidson's on the inside again. But look at that, for a nice bit of a manoeuvring by Justin Wilson, who's in the lead, but he could lose it because he's being pushed now. That's Daniel Wheldon in kart number 1. And again, an illustration of how quickly the lead can change. In 4th place, Jenson Button, who, of course, had success in an earlier round. The young lad from just down the road in Froome. This really is exciting stuff with 2 laps to go. Coming up to that pit bend again, down in front of the straights. It's kart number 10, Justin Wilson leads 4. Really exciting race. Kart number 1, Daniel Wheldon in second place. Anthony Davidson, who led for a while, down into third. Here they come into Billy's blind again. These 4 closely grouped as they come in. No room for error. And it's still Justin Wilson who holds the advantage. Justin Wilson ahead of Daniel Wheldon. And these youngsters really giving this everything they've got. They've obviously watched the seniors, they've learned, they know, of course, a lot of these kids know this track very well. They know what it holds for them, they know how to cope with the bends and the straights, they know what to expect, and they're showing all that experience, even at the tender age, in some cases, of 8 or 9. So once again, they're coming down towards our commentary position. And as they stream down towards Billy's blind, Justin Wilson and Daniel Wheldon having a look over his shoulder, and kart 14 goes through into the lead. That's Jenson Button, the young lad from Froome. So he takes the lead. We've had 4 leaders already. Jenson Button ahead of Daniel Wheldon. Jenson Button, a 9-year-old, the clay pigeon cadet champion, showing that he knows what it's all about. We're now into the last lap. These youngsters are on the last lap, and they've only got less than 1 circuit to go. Jenson Button looking for his second victory. in this series, if he can make it. He's driving a Gillard all-British kart, and he's got the lead at the moment. Can he hold on to it? There's the two leaders, Jenson Button just ahead of Daniel Wheldon, young man who great things are expected. Daniel Wheldon still not out of it, looking to take the lead on the inside. Jenson Button holds the line, comes through round into the S's. Jenson Button still ahead of Daniel Wheldon, and it looks as if the checkered flag, yes, it goes brilliantly to Jenson Button, the 9-year-old from Froome in Somerset, and in second place, Daniel Wheldon from Buckinghamshire. A very exciting race, and well done there to young Jenson Button. After 3 rounds, though, Daniel Wheldon is still the overall leader in the cadets, 8 points clear of Jay Howard and Justin Wilson. But that 25-point maximum has moved 9-year-old Jenson Button into 4th place.
What made you take up karting then? Why did you fancy having a go?
Because my dad brought me a kart for Christmas. Then I was going around this pub car park.
Yeah, what did you do? Put it on your list to Santa Claus or something, and you came up with a kart?
Yeah.
So you won a couple of races already. What do you think are your chances of taking the cadet championship here at this Super Prix?
It's going to be good.
Think you've got a chance?
Yeah.
Very, very proud of him. It's just heart-stopping when he's out there. I had many years in motorsport, and it didn't worry me at all when I was competing, but out there with these little lads, it's frightening and very time-consuming.
What's it like when you find a kart written down on his Christmas wanted list?
Pleased, actually. Yeah, pleased.
But how do they cost initially, these machines?
With VAT, £850, complete, ready to run. The idea was really for something to do at weekends, run around airfields, or as he said, around the pub car park. But it went on from there. We realised he had the talent very early on, and it's proved us right this year.
How much is it costing you a year to actually run the car?
Well, in the RAC Championship, which has rounds as far up as Scotland, I suppose you're looking at £6,000 to run it for the year, competitively at this level.
But you think obviously it's all going to be worthwhile, and it's nice to see him enjoying it?
Well, yes, really, it's my hobby, but he's the pilot. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, very much so. What he wants to do in the future, I don't know. They all say they want to go to Formula One, but I don't know. As long as he's enjoying himself, that's the main thing.
We might be looking at a future Johnny Herbert, you think?
Well, he seems to have that something extra at the moment. We have to see.